Legend Anthony.
What is up? It is I, Legend Anthony. Yes, I'm still using that crappy intro. And today I'm going to be trying to rank every single Valorant agent by the type of player that actually plays them, not the actual agent, alright? So, a good agent might be low and a bad agent might be high. Now, to make this super clear, this isn't actually me ranking the agent. I'm going to be trying to rank the average player that I find in my matches whenever I play competitive as a Plat player. And the first agent we have is Astra. Now, Astra in general, I'm probably going to say is bad. The reason why is your job as an Astra is to smoke. And I swear every game I get an Astra, they don't smoke. And literally the only thing they'll ever do is just suck the spike to stop a defuse. And for that reason, I think they're bad because they're literally not doing their own job. They don't know how the stars work, and I really question why they pick one of the hardest characters to play. Breach. Breach is slightly below average. The reason why he's slightly below average is that he'll get his frags, but the thing is, he will barely ever actually do his job as a breach, and that is to flash and stun for your team. What they don't understand is that for breach, you don't use your util on yourself. You can, but that's not the main purpose. The main purpose is to help your duelist push into sight and to help stall. What they don't really do is they use that only for themselves, and because of that, they are slightly below average because they literally do not know how to do their job as an initiator. Next is Brimstone, and Brimstone is gonna be average. He's literally the easiest smoker to play. You just take out your tablet, bang, 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 put the smoke. He's really easy to play, and for that reason, most Brimstones know how to do their job. Some know how to use their molly, some even know how to use how to do lineups, and most of the time they'll stim beacon if you tell them to do so. So I would say they're average. If you get a Brimstone on your team, you're not gonna be like, oh man, they're gonna throw or they're gonna be bad. Most of the time they're just gonna do their job and do it well. Chamber. Dog. I don't know why, but ever since the Chamber nerf, every Chamber I get is bad. And that's due to, I think, the fact that nobody that played Chamber play him anymore for some reason, even though weren't that bad, he's still playable. But really the only people that pick him nowadays are people that are trying to try him out, but don't do it in an unrated. They do it in competitive and basically throw your game because they're not used to this new TP system. They're not used to this trademark, so most of the time they will not do their job and probably will be the reason why you'll lose the game. Cyphers, average, they trip, they throw their cage, they use their camera. Whenever they have their ult, they'll kill someone. Basically, they're average, you know, they're not good, not bad. Usually they'll just do their job. Fade, also average. They'll prowler in, they will use their eyeball ability, they will do the hentacle sometimes, and they will use their ultimate when they have it. Overall, average. Harbor. I don't know why, but every time I get a Harbor on my team, he is gonna, most of the time, do his job, uses util great, and get all the picks. I don't know why, this is just me. This is a little bit biased because I've played only 5 games of Harbor, and of all those games, they did their job well. They always got frags, and they usually top fragged or second fragged. Overall, they did their job and they were good. Jetts, they're average. I have to put her in average because they either are really good at their job and will entry, or they'll be really bad and don't know how to play Jett. That's why I can't put her in goated. I can't put her in above average, but I also can't put her in bad because you often actually get Jetts that know how to do their job. So average it is. KO. For some odd reason, KO, he is above average because while they might not be best at flashing for the team, they will knife. They're good at locking down an area temporarily with their nade, and they can often get picks with that right click, and sometimes they'll do something funky with the left click. So overall, I would say they're above average. You know how to get picks, they will use their knife. I would say that they're above average. KJs are also above average because playing KJ isn't really the hardest thing. You can lock down a site very easy. In my opinion, she's the easiest agent to lock down a site with. Watching flank is easy since you literally put an aimbot turret down. And the mollies make it post plants really, really easy. Overall, you'd have to be an idiot to get KJ, to play KJ incorrectly, and that's why she's above average, and the average player do play her well. Neons, she is one of the hardest agents to play. That is why she is slightly below average, because most of the time when you get a Neon, they won't be throwing, but they won't be playing as good as they can if they would be playing a different agent. And that's why Neons are slightly below average. Like they're not bad. They're not gonna be like, oh yeah, uninstall the game. But they would have been better on a different duelist. Omens, they are usually above average. They usually know how to TP well. They know how to smoke. This is most of them. Sometimes you will get an Omen that just doesn't do their job. That usually doesn't happen that often. The only thing I notice is that Omens sometimes don't use their TP, which is the reason why I can't put them in goated. But apart from that, they will do their job, and they will also often get picks due to their funny teleports. Phoenix is average, strongest flash in the game, and because of that, they're often able to get easy kills. They're able to push in onto site their wall really easy, and with the ultimate, if you mess up, you got another try to push onto site. Raze is slightly below average because yes, Raze can clear lock corners with their bomb buddy. A lot of Razes don't know how to double satchel or do it effectively. So because of that, they're basically shooting themselves in the leg and can't really entry to the main ability. I don't know why they're in Plat and still don't know how to double satchel, but it just happens. You know, it really doesn't take a long time. If you're playing Raze, please just look up a f***ing video how to do it. It's really not that hard. Oh boy, Reyna. This agent. Anybody that insults Reyna, dodge. Please dodge the game if you get a Reyna. Reynas are the worst players ever because they are either Smurfs and are goated, but at the same time they're not Plat players. So yeah, they're not. The only players that ever pick Reyna that are genuinely in Plat are the worst players to exist. I don't know why this is. They will literally, you will lose. So please, if you're ever gonna install Reyna, dodge, tell them to, but do not risk it. They are the worst players ever, and they are the reason I pull out my hair every day. Sages. I'm gonna keep it real. Sages are usually really, really bad. Like, really bad. Not uninstall levels of bad, because they will heal, they will wall, they will resurrect. But they will completely not forget what their slow orb is. They will never win a gunfight unless they have a gun advantage, like a Vandal versus a Classic. And overall, I really don't understand how hard is it to learn how to play the game. Like, why do you spend $50 to get boosted? Just learn how to play the game, please. For God's sake. Skies are also bad. They are literally most of the time just Sages, but someone else picked Sage. They don't know how to flash. And if they do flash, they'll either only flash for himself, not flash for the team. They'll just flash your team if they do try to team flash. They often don't heal, and you literally gotta tell them like 3 times, yo, can you heal me? And they don't Prowler. I don't know why. This is just something I noticed. Skies just don't know how to initiate. And the only time they will actually initiate is when they ult, in which they'll run in directly in front of their ultimate and get shot immediately. That's why Sky is bad, in my opinion. Sova. Sovas are like Skies, except they don't have a flash their entire team with. That's why Sovas are slightly below average, because still most Sovas don't know how to double shock dart. They don't know how to do lineups. They would literally refuse to learn an important part of their kit. But still, even if they don't do that, they could still recon dart people in, and they will still drone people in. That is why he's slightly below average. Usually the Sova players are. And don't even ask them to ultimate, because they will literally either hit your team or hit nothing. Vipers are usually above average. This might be a little bit biased, since usually the person on the team that plays Viper is me. And I don't know how to do my job. It's just place it on a wall and use a orb lineup. It's really not that hard. And because of that, I think that Vipers are above average, because the rare chance I do play someone else, I usually do get a competent Viper that can get frags, heal, orb. Some even have lineups. Although some of them do rely on their lineups too much, which I really don't get. Why can't you push onto site? I get it, your lineups are powerful, but your lineups don't work if your team doesn't plant the spike, you piece of shit. And lastly, we have Yoru. Yorus are bad. I can only play right now like 10 different clips right now of Yorus trying to copy zip tie and just throwing the entire game. Just be like, oh yeah, let me do the gritty swing.
Hey, Goro, spectate me.
Okay, I'm spectating you. I'm recording also.
I'm back.
You better get a clip, a Fortnite falling clip.
Impressive.
Guys, do you want me to see? I'm about to hit the gritty. You're not ready for this. Ready?
Yeah. Believe it or not, if an agent is hard to play, most people aren't gonna be able to play him well. And I don't understand why people can't play unrated to learn him, and why you gotta literally throw competitive games. So yeah, that's basically my tier list. This entire list was extremely biased, so don't try telling me in the comments how I'm wrong. But if you do want, comment down below your own list, and just comment down below period, because that really helps me out in the algorithm. I am trying to get 1,000 subscribers for my absolutely dog shit videos I make. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button below and subscribe. And I'm gonna now go play like